The board game was like a physical representation of the struggle of being like, oh, right, like we're like marking our journey to survival. And then once Cinquois pushes the game and it breaks, then that changes the whole game. And he's like, oh, now you have to survive in a different way. So I think that the board game, similarly to the genre horror comedy, the board game is juxtapositioning what is usually seen as fun and lighthearted, a board game, but for us, it's the symbol of death.
The board game in the Blackening is also a symbol of absurdity, of within Black culture, how sometimes we can test your Blackness and see who is the Blackest and who's not Black enough. And I think that it's like so heightened to a place where it's so funny because it's so absurd and insane.
Every character in the film represents a different type of meaning of Blackness in a way.
It's like 7 archetypes.
Yeah, and I think you need to be with your homies who might represent, like, that's you, oh my God, you. I mean, we all have a Nigerian friend. I'm from Maryland, we all got a Nigerian friend.
Yeah, I'm from LA. I got Nigerian cousins.
Period.
Yeah.
And I think you need to be like, you need to, oh, that's Nami, that's you, homie. Like, you know, like you got a biracial friend who you always tease about being an Oreo, stuff like that. Like, that's why I think seeing the movie in that sort of sense is the best way to see it.
Yes, because I think in the film, it is a contrasting points of views. And I think to watch it with those same contrasting points of views gives you a greater breadth of enjoyment because you're then able to see it from different points of view, similarly in the movie. So there's a parallel of the experience of like, oh yeah, this group of friends is in this movie and this group of friends is watching, assuming that they're gonna be the group of friends in the movie. So like that experience, I think, heightens the entire experience.
Fun fact, spoiler alert, our movie takes place in the world of Juneteenth, during Juneteenth weekend, and we're all coming back together to reunite. So I think you need to bring you, your mama, your cousin too, and that toxic ex, because I know you texting them, and bring them all together and see the movie, because Juneteenth honestly is the first time that we've had a federal holiday for Juneteenth within the past, what, 2 years, I think? Like, it just became a holiday.
It's fairly
as of recent. It's fairly new. So I think it's a way to not only honor that, but to uphold and support Black people. Like, we lack representation in so many areas, and the best way that you can show support is by coming out with a group, telling everybody to come out for the reasons that they said, to experience something that you've never felt before.
And I feel that this movie would bring us together, black, white, purple, blue. I think this country, this world needs a moment of togetherness, and this is what the Blackening would do. So get your friends, get your enemies, and come to see the Blackening the weekend of Juneteenth for you and your ancestors.